Dude, you could just get a tripod.
I am a fucking tripod.
Are we live?
Yeah.
We're live.
You're gonna have to hold that.
We're live.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
hold
this is me and Chris over here.
Fuzzy balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
There's gonna be two completely different conversations going on the entire pod.
And Pickle knows nothing about audio production.
You guys could be Team Gay. We'll be Team B.
What?
What letters?
Well, honestly, it's
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
What school did you go to,
Podcast
man?
for over a year. How long have we been
put it
doing
there.
this?
Almost 2 years.
2 years. And
Almost
we've
2
been doing it
years.
all on an iPhone.
It's an Android. He said it earlier.
It is an
It
Android?
is. It's definitely
Yeah.
an Android. Look at the cameras on that thing.
I don't. Dude, I can't tell them apart.
At least it's not
S21
Dom's
or something.
How
band
zoomed
anymore.
in is this
On the way
thing?
to Pebs.
Pickle, why do you always start the podcast when no one's ready?
We got video.
It's a chaotic podcast.
The amount of times I've been in a van with Pickle and
It's
someone's been saying
crazy.
something and they've been like, Pickle, have we been live this whole time? And he goes, yeah. They go, don't put this out. And he never edits it out.
Because he doesn't know how to fucking edit.
He doesn't know how to edit
and
anything,
he
dude.
refuses to learn how to.
Or outsource.
It's called Candid. It's what Spider-Man did when he took pictures of himself and sold it online or whatever.
Don't compare yourself.
like the
You
first-
don't even know the proper lore, and that's what you're using?
It was the first OnlyFans with Spider-Man. He's like, here's some pictures of me.
Spider fans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking geek out here, man.
That's good one.
Spider-Man's my shit.
Don't get me started.
If anyone knows me, they know that I geek out over Spider-Man.
Damn, we're team gay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to move over to the other side.
Yeah, come over here.
Got
Dude.
Spider-Man talk on this side.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about pussy and chopping wood. The cool guys over there with bandanas and ball caps.
Are you insecure about your masculinity?
You said ball caps, you
insecure.
stay on the gay
That's all I've
side.
been
dude.
waiting for you to ask.
Yeah.
So what's this pod about, dude? What are we
well-
discussing? What are we gonna talk about, dude? What's the lore?
I did write down some things to roast you about. I don't know.
Yeah, what do you-
Should we say that for later?
For context, dude, I think Pickle's the funniest.
You just kinda have to
He's the
throw them
nicest
out.
guy I've ever met. I have no problems with him at all.
Thank you, Jesse. You're my favorite lizard person I've ever met.
I think he's a
mean it.
great guy.
I mean, I know Ryan. That's good. That's saying something.
Everyone's a lizard person to you, dude. You're 5'2", dude.
It's true. I'm surrounded by lizard people.
It's not looking good for you right now.
Your bloodline stopped evolving years ago, dude.
Stop staring at me with one eye, Brett. The other one's looking at that fly.
How's it feel? You have two of me on each side of you, dude. How's it feel, dude?
That's what Diddy
We're all
would
hive
say.
mind.
Right?
We're all connected.
What's the 7 other ones, dude?
I don't. What is this? A trick question? Are you fucking riddling me?
He's asking you what other roasts you have.
Yeah, the other 7. One's
Oh.
I'm a lizard. I
Oh,
look
right.
like a lizard.
They're actually on
Yeah,
my
pull up.
phone. They're
They're on the
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
They're on the
They're on the
recording device.
Yeah, dude. I've never seen this guy do a set
Phone
not
number
out of his
using as a
notebook.
camera.
I don't think I didn't get to write down all of them. The ones I did write down, I don't know if they're that good.
If you wrote them down, they're not, dude.
Hang on a second.
Damn. I caught that.
There they are.
Pod topics.
let's
Been
go.
working out. No,
No.
I thought you'd want to get ready for that gay porn career you got coming up.
If I was in gay porn, I'd be a twink, dude. Why would I work out?
What? I don't know.
All right. Anyway, what's number 6?
I only wrote 2 of them
There's
here.
only 2.
Jesse's been very successful in comedy lately. Hopefully, he can afford some groceries now. 'Cause they're skinny.
And then in parentheses it says he's skinny.
Thank you, Brett.
And that's the end of the page. After that, it's just been working out and then just blank lines.
Because I didn't get
Inside the mind of Pickle.
No.
I didn't get time to write them all down.
Number 5, dude. Go.
There was like 3 with lizards.
3 of them were lizard premises, dude.
Number 1, lizards. Number 2, Jesse is a lizard.
Dude,
Number 3,
Jesse's-
fuck Jesse.
Jesse's so
lizard.
skinny, dude. There's no ashtray over here, dude.
I
The
think
world is your ashtray.
I had one that was like Jesse has a lot in common with lizards. Like if I touch them, I'll probably get leprosy or herpes.
What the
You got
fuck?
herpes from a lizard, dude?
How do you get herpes
Yeah,
from a
dude,
lizard? How do you
I don't know.
Homeless freak, dude? What the fuck?
I thought if you touch a Komodo dragon, it would give you leprosy or something.
Dude, a Komodo dragon
Kills
would
you.
eat you, dude.
Their saliva's poisonous.
Yeah.
I seen Komodo dragons in person.
Where?
Behind like a little play school fucking corral, but you put kids in.
No.
There was 3.
No.
No, you
No, you didn't.
Swear to God.
No.
They're probably doing a presentation or something.
That was an alligator,
No,
and you were
it
high
was a
on that.
basement of this dude who got arrested, and we were talking to his daughter's boyfriend, who we met at the flea market. He wanted us to sell all the stolen stuff that the guy went to jail for.
What?
And
Did
then
he
you
get
saw-
arrested for having Komodo dragons?
No, he got arrested for selling property that he like created fake credit cards to buy offline, and that's what we were trying to clean the house out for. You know what I mean? To sell it out before the feds came and sequestered whatever.
That's
We got to see
insane.
his exotic pet containment downstairs in the basement. We also smoked meth down there, but we got to see these crazy ass like black mambas. There was, rattlers in these little pencil cases, drawers. You know what I mean? You could
Proper guard animals.
see. And then the spider. You know what I mean? Black widows, recluses, whatever, and all sorts. Everything. But they had like Amazonian pit vipers.
But they locked
fucking-
them up for credit cards.
They were. They didn't know I was in the basement.
And you were on meth, just like vacuuming the floor really fast.
Yeah.
after this.
Whole
We were
story
there to
lost
collect
credibility when
stolen
we went
goods
down
to
there
go
to
sell
smoke
flea
meth. It's like,
Just cleaning around the snakes.
No, we were trying to sell stuff at the flea market, man. That was the whole point.
Speaking of lizards, do you guys know if anything happens if you get bitten by a gecko?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
anything happened.
Nothing happens. Okay.
You look like Jesse.
15% or better. I promise.
That happened to me earlier today, and I was kind of freaking out about it.
Sweet baby gecko who's never heard anything except a mealworm.
Yeah, Izzy's a monster and has lizards in her house that apparently don't bite unless you're me.
You don't
He's
even know.
asking for a
Oh,
real
you're gonna turn
reason.
a gecko man, dude. You're gonna get like
Dude,
those,
that's what I'm
like
saying.
those things on your finger. You're gonna be able to climb on walls, and your eyes are gonna go 2 different directions.
The worst
and you're gonna
superpowers
run
of all
away, you know?
time.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's gonna be crazy in bed.
Hell yeah. He already is.
just brain
He
dead.
already is.
My eyes looking 2 different ways.
He looks like he has a
Super
huge
cool.
cock.
Chris, what kind of lizard story you got?
I have no
Peanut gallery.
lizards.
Oh, shucks.
I owned a bearded dragon that had diverticulitis and I had to rub its tummy in the bathtub to get it to shit. And I hated that thing.
And you said you had no story.
Well- It's not a story, it's more of a period of shame in my life.
That's no shame. You took care of an animal.
Yeah, but I got it for this girl I was dating. And do you think she took care of it? No. Of course
You were
not.
rubbing that
Did it
belly
bite you?
to get pooped.
No, it didn't bite me, but I had to sit there and watch it shit.
No, so you look like you turned into a bearded dragon.
Did you have to like take its shit to the vet to like make sure that everything was good?
No. I
No,
mean,
you already know.
supposed to, but
Yeah, but you know.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
fine. It
yeah.
came out, go back in the
Yeah.
tank.
Came
What
out.
if he was faking it? He just liked having his belly rubbed.
He may have. It took so fucking long,
That's why
and the
your girl
water had
didn't
to be
even
hot.
take it serious. She was like, "This is the oldest bearded dragon trick in the book."
It was such a dumb pet to want. Have you guys ever seen a bearded dragon in real life?
Yeah.
Or a
Yeah.
rock? Like, they just sit there. They don't move at all.
Yeah.
Even
So-
when they eat, they're like, that's all. Just get a little...
Done.
Yeah, I've thought about like reptiles and shit. but
Lizards
they
are
seem boring.
I had to babysit a bearded dragon. Easiest babysitting ever.
Yeah.
Make sure the lamp doesn't burn out. That's
Pretty
about
much.
it.
That didn't give it lettuce or kale.
Red light
Yeah.
and daylight.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then rub its tummy so it can poop.
You know what's
Digestive
really
issues.
Cool to own? Those California river toads.
Is that the one that gets you high?
Yeah,
California river toads, he said.
yeah. Did you know
What are they
that?
all about?
Did you know that in the urine of autistic, schizophrenic, and depressed people, it contains the same compound that gets you high that's found in the toad venom?
It's a wild thing to start
Jesus
with. Did
Christ,
you
this
know?
group can make a hell of a cocktail.
Yeah.
It's a fun fact, dude. It's so yeah, exactly. This whole table's gonna make a hell of a
Fun.
cocktail, and we could
Let's go
sell it
get a
on the
pitcher.
black market. No, it's 5-HO-DMT that is in like people's piss that suffer from schizophrenia and like autism and shit.
Is that because of the crazy
Let's
pills
all
they
get
take?
high off of breast
No, it's just because like their brain is more actively release
Been drinking
DMT.
water.
Because your brain's releasing DMT in like small amounts all the time. When you die, it releases a lot. When you dream, it releases it. That's how you're able to dream.
Yeah.
When you can think of an image in your head, that's like it's like I don't know about that, but it's like DMT is always flowing through your brain.
So depressed people piss the remedy for their depression. Isn't that what all those DMT guys always say? It's like a life-changing thing.
Yeah, but you got to be in the right headspace for it to be a life changing thing, honestly. And you got to be in the right like it's not something to fuck around with, honestly. It can be life changing for sure, but it can be life ruining for lots of people. They just don't talk about it. You don't see that.
It's an educational pod.
It's true. I'm very pro psychedelics when they're used in the right way, but a lot of people misuse them and then they end up fucking themselves up. I'm one of those people. So.
No, you seem fine.
How old are you?
41.
You know Droopy Dog?
I do know Droopy Dog.
Fucking
He
love
does
this
like
guy.
this.
No one ever gets that reference, dude.
What?
You know
I don't
Droopy
get it, but I
Dog?
laughed at it.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't Pickle look like Droopy Dog in live action movie?
Blue.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't get the reference, but Droopy Dog's just a funny
Yeah, it's a
word, so I laughed.
cartoon.
Has everyone at this table eaten mushrooms or acid or some form of that?
Oh,
I
is
will
there?
not admit to
Yeah.
anything on this podcast.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you mean?
Smart.
Portobello.
Are you like
This is an upstanding
who you work for?
Citric.
We've been seen
Ryan's
by
already-
30 of the local.
You can say that you've done things in your past. It's not gonna like you know.
Yeah, how does
you're not,
Protect
you're
Our
not
Arts
like
get away
you
with
know.
it?
We don't actively abuse psychedelics. That's the whole reason why I said that.
I've never done psychedelics. I've never smoked pot.
Oh right.
I've never drank alcohol.
Wow.
I've never seen him do any of those things, but I have seen him suck a lot of
It's
cock.
opposite, dude.
It was your cock, dude.
Of course you saw it.
So you admit it.
You like eye contact, dude. That's not my fault.
No.
I can't finish otherwise. God damn
You can't finish anyway, man. Every time me and Pickle hung out, it ended with, "I'm sorry, this doesn't usually happen, dude."
That's
Usually
why we
it's
fake like we
fucking
hate each
relatable.
other.
God damn.
Dude, we're roasting each other all the time.
Yeah, dude, even while I'm sucking his cock, I'm like, dude, your dick's so small, dude. Your dick's small like you, Pickle, dude. This is crazy.
It's all
Just sort of
tiny.
take
No,
it,
dude,
put
they
mic
call
here
him a
and, like,
soup
clipping it for the
can,
pod.
dude.
No, Pickle's wildly homophobic, so anytime we start roasting each other, I just win by sending him a dick pic. He goes, dude, stop. No, dude, knock it off.
The balls are alright.
Yeah, balls
dick
are
is
funny.
Too far.
Dick is where it gets gay. It's very true.
If you ever want to beat Pickle in the fight, just grab his dick, dude. It's like, no.
It's over. Like
Listen,
once I
picture my
come,
balls
I'm
in
not
the
angry
picture.
anymore.
Pickle, do you get into fights? Have you gotten into a fist fight as an adult man?
No. When I was in high school as a kid, I used to get in a lot of
fuck out of that.
Yeah?
bug.
WhatsApp is going wild right now.
That bug's having a hell of a time. It's like pa 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 pa.
I'm jealous, dude.
I thought that was an excited Hispanic fellow.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. No, that was sick, dude.
Well, that's cancelable. what you just said right there.
I don't think that's a good thing to say, Pickle. I don't
Hold
think
on,
that's
he's
bad.
still
None of us
excited.
support anything
He's
you
still
just said,
excited.
Honestly, I didn't know
Don't
you
take
were
going
anything
on
we
this
say on this podcast seriously. For one,
people
everything
that-
that we say is misinformation.
Except for when Pickle's racist, dude. He means that.
Which group do you hate the most?
All of them.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. That's what
You
my
wanna
dad
rank
used to
'em?
say. You know, he's like, I'm not racist. I hate all the races.
Who said that?
My dad.
Oh my
Taught
god.
that to you?
No, I don't hate races.
He
I
beat
hate
it into
people.
you.
I don't hate races.
You just hate gays.
Yeah, but included in those races, I mean, including those people, or never mind. I'm not going to go there.
Pickle doesn't see
Last
color.
time I went there, people got really uncomfortable.
dude,
Did you go in his
Oh.
butthole?
Is it?
Yeah,
No,
I was just
don't
gonna,
go
I
in
was
my
just gonna
butthole.
start calling you racist, but getting deep about it, and you know,
All right.
we're already at the top of the water. We didn't need to dive in.
We already
He was
know
gonna
midgets
pull out
aren't a
evidence.
race. I can hate midgets. I'm under 5'6".
That's
Is that
not
how that works? You're plus or
I
minus
knew it.
6
You're both
inches.
lizard people. For fuck's sake.
It's a hive mind, dude.
I'm surrounded.
You're
Small
unconscious in
person.
you right now.
Lizard people's a slur, dude, actually. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Honestly,
That's a race.
Yeah.
Would you guys, the regular
Oh,
heighted
you got my
people,
lighter.
would you guys feel comfortable fist fighting a tiny person, midget person?
Let me get my lighter.
I mean,
like if they attacked me first, yeah.
You'd fight them like they were regular height?
Well, yeah, if they're actually fucking attacking, I want to fight them like their regular height. I'd be missing, but like,
I would just stick my foot out.
but I would fight them, yeah, like any other person, because they are just another person. It's just like, if someone in a wheelchair came up to me though and started trying to fight me, I'd just walk away. But like, because like it is a disability.
That's fucked up.
No,
Just to fucking show you can, dude. That's crazy. Just be like, watch what I can do, dude. I'm walking out of
that's
here.
a show I can, but
I'm
because
walking
that's
away
something
from this fight.
you can walk away from.
You just
But, like,
pick them up and dump them
but
out.
little people are
What
very
now?
quick. You can't run away
Yeah.
from them, dude.
They're
So
solid
if he
too,
jumps
low
onto me
center
and
of
he gets me,
gravity.
I will fight. I will.
They scurry.
You
And
gotta
Brett,
defend
you
yourself.
you would have you're probably the tallest.
I would
of
just stick
us
my
here.
foot out.
So you would
Call it a day.
all of you would assault a tiny person if they were coming at you.
I would self-defense a tiny person. I
Yeah.
wouldn't assault one.
There's fucking Pickle fucking scares the shit out of me, dude. I won't fuck with him.
He's not, weirdly tiny.
I know, but you like knock off 3 inches, he'd be considered like, right? How tall are you?
No, you gotta be 4'10" or under for dwarf
I thought it was
status.
like 4'10",
Yeah,
4'11",
you're
something
fucking,
like
you're
that.
fucking like 5'6" or something.
I've never had any
Yeah,
interactions
5'5".
with
He's
little people.
5'5".
None.
No,
I went to school with 2.
no shit.
They were the brothers, Vinny and Tommy Titone, and 2 of the most arrogant, conceited people I've ever met in my life. We'd be at a party,
Old man syndrome.
and there'd be vodka on the fridge. Well, this happened one time.
Or Italians.
There was
Or
vodka
Italian.
on the fridge,
Oh,
a bunch of regular-sized people in the kitchen, and Vinny comes in, and he wants a drink. So what does this asshole do? He gets a chair, drags it to the fridge, gets on top, and then we went to go help him, and he swats. He's like, I can do it. They all sound like that also. And that was him, like, in school, because the teachers and all the normal sized people were like, be nice to the Titone kids, because, they're going to stay that size. So it was a small town, so everyone grew up like, give them the benefit of the doubt. It turned them into the most arrogant, tiny people pricks on the planet. I think one of them died.
does
Huh?
it make you regret?
Well, I don't know. And this is easy to say, not being a tiny person, but if you're 3.5 feet tall, fucking act like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Pickle, dude, if you can't open the fucking thing to plug the
just-
lights in, don't
just say,
break
hey.
it, dude.
Hey, can you grab that for me?
There's no shame in it.
Okay,
And I
so-
would see, like,
Okay,
oh yeah,
so
the
the
fridge
opposite.
is like 3 times your height. I would love to grab that for you.
Yeah.
That's all. But no, they were bullies, and they were like, we
Oh.
could play too. It's like, dude, if we play kickball, it's going to be a long run to first. Like,
We
you
literally-
can't play kickball.
Watched that in real time 10 minutes ago, dude. You broke that outlet cover.
I don't know
Because you
what you're
couldn't
talking
reach
about.
it.
What are you
dude.
talking about? Ooh.
I
Pickle
missed that.
vandalized Fratelli's, dude. I'm putting it on record, dude.
Had a lot of crimes admitted to tonight.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's speaking correct. I
No,
saw
dude,
him
it's a
doing
fact,
drugs
dude.
earlier. This guy is big. No joke.
Are tiny people in Pennsylvania, are they allowed here?
He's right here, dude.
With, I mean, real tiny people.
Yeah, dude, they got midget wrestling. I'm just saying that
I
because
actually,
that's the name of the
I
event.
sell
Yeah.
a lot
Like
of
next week or in 2 weeks at
what's the
Boomerang.
politically correct term? I think it keeps changing.
I think midget's back.
Is it?
Yeah.
I heard retard
Dwarf.
is back, not midget. I
Dwarf is the politically correct.
I have heard a lot of
Yeah,
white
yeah, it's
guys
like
say
dwarfism.
retard is back. I have heard that from white
I'll
guys.
second that.
Specifically.
Ever since
Trump's
uh,
back in office. We got a voice, brother.
Yeah, ever since
No,
then,
it was
dude.
actually on CNN. It was on CNN. They did a whole thing. Retard is back. And, okay, cool.
Damn, I should have watched that.
No, but not saying that little people are retarded or anything. Because that would be that's offensive.
I don't think anybody was saying that.
No, because like I don't want
Nobody was saying that, so you
I
just
was
said
I was
it.
saying they were arrogant.
because we were talking about little people and then I suddenly jumped to retard and I didn't want
What's next?
I didn't want to think that my brain was it was about the wards and what they're allowed. I'm digging myself a hole here. Can I have some rope?
All right, dude. I think they are because Pickle said he saw a Komodo dragon, dude. So I think it's safe to say, dude.
Thanks for the boost.
I've seen 3 Komodo dragons.
Yeah, see, dude.
Behind a play school playset what's meant to corral a kid.
Can we just talk about this? We just talked about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was
I'm losing
saying
my
there's
sense
what?
of time.
I've seen 3 of them.
It happens, dude.
It's
In a
fucking crazy.
playset
In a playset.
in that guy's basement
Yes.
where he smoked meth and just vacuumed
Yeah, but
really fast before he got arrested.
I didn't vacuum. No, I told you we were there to take stuff to sell it.
Oh, I thought you were cleaning the place up.
He was robbing the
That's
guy.
okay.
No,
Yeah,
we
you were
weren't
just
robbing-
robbing a guy who was down on his
Yeah,
luck.
yeah,
That's all that was. You're a piece of shit,
you
pickle.
got a taster after you
Yeah,
robbed the first person, huh? Did you come like a
of all,
little pickle bandit?
I got
Fucking, what's
tricked
going-
into robbing those few times.
You got tricked.
Yeah,
into
you
it.
You got picked up and put in the van.
Right?
That's your idea, dude. You came up with it.
all right.
You
Once
tricked
I
other
figured
people.
out we were robbing them, I went along with it. Sure.
Nah, you
Don't lie,
You drove the dude around the parking lot pretending that fucking you didn't know where your
robbed
friend
him,
was.
you just don't get the conspiracy charge.
You were with
That's
it.
I had to pretend I was doing the
You
best
didn't-
acting job I ever had. I
You
was
didn't
like,
turn
you
these
know what?
guys in.
Listen, I called the guys who
You
had
smoked
robbed
the
him and
weed?
ran away. While the guy who we robbed was in my car.
You just robbed
And
the
they answered
weed?
and they were like, yo, what's up, where are you? I was like, hey, we were supposed to meet at a different spot that we were supposed to meet at, right? And then they recognized that and they were like, oh, shit, all right. And they hung up. And I was like, see, man, I don't know what they're talking about.
Did you smoke the weed you stole from him?
That's the only part you had in the robbery.
No. Like I said, I drove the 2 guys who had organized the robbery to the
Uh-huh.
place. And then the
So
third
you
guy
were the-
got
You were
in.
the getaway driver.
Yeah, the third guy got in. And then the 2 guys, they got the weed. Then they ran out different ways. And the third guy was there with me.
You're like, what?
He went out running after him, and I left. Went to the other side of the parking lot where we were supposed to meet up. And the other guy was there with his friends. And he got out and he got back in my car. And he was like, where'd your friends buy?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Pickle.
So I had to call them up. And I was like, hey, man, what's up? You're not over at the different spot than what we were actually meeting up at. And they recognized that, and they were like, oh, man, yeah, whatever. Hung up. And I told the guy, I was like, you just heard it on speakerphone. They left, you know? I have no idea what they're doing. It took 5 minutes, and he got out, and he was like, all right, man, but if you see them again, you tell them I'm looking for them. Then I went around to the next parking lot back, and I picked him up, and we left.
Yeah, dude. You're a thief and a
You
liar.
asshole, dude. You didn't accidentally do shit.
No, dude, he was in on the whole thing.
Oh my god.
He was smoking the weed like
You
that was
could've
such a
just
good
said
idea.
no.
They called me up at first. They were
You
like,
could've
"I'm so
just
glad we
pulled
did this."
over.
I'm so
and be like,
happy
"Get
you
the
guys-
fuck
It
out of
wasn't
my
You guys are my
initially,
best friend.
hey, let's go rob a guy. It was, hey, you want to go smoke some weed? I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. They're like, all right, come pick us up. So I picked them up. I was like, hey,
Where a
where's
whole
this
lot of
weed
it
at?
is.
They were like, we got to go pick up this, whatever. It's like an ounce or 2 ounce, whatever. And then I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And like, we're going there, and they were like, all right, listen here. We don't have any money.
Mm-hmm.
We got this fake money, fake wad. Right? It's 20 wrapped around fake money. We're going to pretend like this is the money. Right? And we're going to get back, talk to him, ask him if he has more, because it looks like a lot more than 200, right?
So they fake paid
While
him.
we're looking at the weed, and he's looking at the money, we're going to leave.
They didn't even steal it like criminals with dignity. They didn't just take it and run and go, fuck you, dude. They gave him money and we're like, we gotta go, dude.
Hey, man, get out of here.
Money.
They didn't even give him the money. They kept
Give
the
him the
fake
money.
money.
They were hoping because it was fake money. Remember?
It's Monopoly money.
It's like, yeah, listen, man, they were trying to talk to, like, this is way more than what that's fucking worth right here. So his eyes, he was greedier than, you know.
He was holding up an orange $500 bill to the light, like, I don't know, guys.
You think this gram is worth this, dude?
This whole story sounds like something a dare instructor would like show you on like, some like
What
presentation.
not to do.
Let's not get this gram. We could get fucking hotel place, dude, in Monopoly with this, dude. Why would we get this gram of weed?
I get Park Place.
Yeah, dude, people have to pay us rent. Well, it'll make way more interest on this. Yeah, dude, you're a thief and a liar, Pickle.
No, that's not true. I had to act a little bit in order to get free weed.
That's what you call it, dude.
If anything, I should be in a movie.
Yeah, dude.
That's not the only time I got tricked into robbing.
I thought this was the working man's
Yeah,
podcast, not the
the
bad
movie called
convict
You didn't learn your
podcast.
lesson the first time. That's what you're saying, Pickle.
Yeah, this was after that. This guy told me, he was like, "Hey, you want to help me do a job?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." So I go and pick him up, and he was like, "It's over at this spot. This spot just got flooded out by Hurricane Katrina or something, you know?"
No, I don't know, dude.
Are you guys robbing Katrina victims?
Where is this in New Orleans?
Is that where this is about to go?
You were in New Orleans?
It's in New Jersey.
New Jersey, dude. Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Hit New Jersey.
Yeah, it did.
Sure it wasn't Sandy?
Sandy hit the east coast, or the shoreline.
That's what you were saying earlier.
It fucked up like the
New
area
Jersey.
where I lived
It's
at.
not on the East Coast.
But he only had a bolt cutter and a bunch of garbage bags. And he was like, "Yeah, stop here." And I got out. We went up to the door, and he was like, "Hang on, they left the back door open for me." So he goes around and he lets me in the front door. And he's like, "All right, let's get to work." He just starts ripping out the baseboard copper out of the floor, and then going for other copper, like sink fixtures, like whatever he could find. And he was like, "Here's the bolt cutters. Go ahead, stuff it in the fucking, stuff it in the bags." And I was like, "All right, yeah, sure. I guess we're just fucking. This is a demoed house. We're gonna demo this house." But then we went to
2
the
in the
sketchy scrapyard that didn't ask for anything, and got paid in cash.
And we're lizard people, dude.
Yeah,
Right,
dude.
Yeah, crazy, dude.
I believe you were hanging out with a drug addict.
Yeah. I believe that's addiction.
Yeah, dude. We bought K2 and went to Chuck E. Cheese after.
K2.
What?
Went to Chuck E. Cheese after?
Or you were just doing K2 at Chuck E. Cheese.
Just eating shitty
In the
pizza.
parking lot. And then we go in. Yeah.
Bro, I got 500 tickets I got to redeem.
You're not even functional when you smoke K2, though.
I think we had some leftover tokens from my friend. He had a house party at his girlfriend's.
You stole those too, dude. You had to rob the guy for his Chuck E. Cheese tokens. And then you fucking went in the parking lot. We're like, I don't know where he went. And you pulled around into Chuck E. Cheese and went in.
You guys tried to pay that drug dealer with those Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
change and Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
This is
I
why I
got some
didn't.
gold doubloons for your weed.
I had to write 0 roasts about Pickle, dude. I was like, let's get him to talk about his life, dude. Well, that's one way to derail a podcast, Pickle.
Good lord.
Start talking about all the people you robbed.
When's the statute of
Let's
limitations? end?
re-rail it like I do Jesse's mom.
Don't laugh at that. This guy's a criminal. This guy,
The laugh track is off. It's not
this
timed
guy
up
was
right.
stealing Komodo dragons.
Stealing
left-
Komodo dragons and paying for it in
Yeah.
Monopoly money.
We sold the knives. We sold the knives and the wallets.
This guy's using
Whatever else
Chuck
he
E.
got
Cheese
off of-
tokens and saying they're
Do you know how
gold.
much a Komodo dragon is worth?
No, I didn't want to mess with it, dude.
Yeah.
I was nervous. I was on, dude. It was such a big line. I couldn't finish it. The guy offered it me. My cousin, he ripped the whole fucking thing. I only did half, and the other guy, he smoked those half.
Coke?
It was meth.
Meth?
They both made fun of me. They're like, "What are you gonna do? You're not gonna finish that?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna have a heart attack." He was like, he scooped it into his fucking tinfoil bowl. He's like, "What a fucking pussy."
What the fuck?
He's like, "You want to see my Komodo dragons?"
Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude.
No way.
When he pulled out a gecko, but you were so high on meth, you're like, holy shit. Dude.
Look, this guy's got a fucking
It's a
dinosaur.
fucking dragon. This place was a compound. We couldn't even drive. There was no
It
driveway
was a
to get into
compound.
it. So like
Like
You
he was
know-
old Chapo.
Northeast PA, like Poconos area, there's just a bunch of windy roads with like a bunch of woods area. There was a clearing in the side of this one windy road, and my cousin, he was like, "Are you ready?" This is the first time I've ever been there. I was like, "For what?" Just fucking turns off the road onto this hill that just goes in this 2-wheel drive F-150, ripping back and forth with the rear-wheel drive. We make it up. There's like these little shacks, and then there's a house with like a burn pit where they're burning copper wire to get the copper out.
Oh my
And we park
God.
like right there, and we
My
go
kind
in
of
through
place.
the basement. Yeah,
That's wild.
Dude.
Holy shit.
How many Komodo dragons did you see?
3.
They are priced at $200,000 a piece. You can get
Holy
one
shit.
today.
You missed out, dude. That could have been like your Charizard.
You could have rode one out.
I don't want to risk it. If I touch it and I start falling apart, what am I going to do?
You could have saddled it up.
A little hat. Matching hats on the lizard
Let's
and
go,
you.
man. This is all we're ever going to need.
It's a retirement right here. Dude. Set for life.
I looked into buying a bull shark recently because there's a pond on the property we're living on. They're only $350. I thought that was cheap for a killing machine.
Yeah, it is.
But it's not going to live in the pond. I'm not going to be able to feed it enough, and then I can't keep it heated in the winter. But for the summer,
Sounds like
There are
a lot of
tropical
so they got saline on their gills, and them and one other shark are the only 2 sharks that can survive in fresh water.
That was gonna be my next question.
Because most sharks, if you put like a great white in a lake, it's going to shrivel up and dry out. But bull sharks, for whatever reason, don't have that. There's a family of bull sharks in a lake on a Florida golf course. Once I heard about this, I was like, it's possible. I can get a fucking at least one shark in this pond. But
What's your alternative to a bull shark?
not me. I'm the alternative. I'm the security.
You're gonna put that
without
thing
a
in there,
bull
and the
shark.
neighbor kids are gonna sneak onto your
No
pond
neighbor.
and go fishing.
Your
You're like, holy
There-
fuck!
The intruder walks around the water and you go, fuck, dude.
There is
You
no
know.
neighbors.
What do I do now?
No neighbors that we can see, which makes the house even creepier. I've been trying to pretend like the noises are like gay ghosts or like midget ghosts that I would want to like, aw, not
Oh,
ghosts
you're
that I'm
cool.
afraid of.
You gotta be careful, dude, because late
Those
at
the pickles
night, dude, you look
don't
out your
like.
window, dude, the Amish look through your window and watch your TV, dude.
I'm okay with that.
What about if it's like ghost
I'll
cats?
share the will.
Yeah, you gotta let them in. They're good people.
There
Or
might be
you'll
on
just like, you'll
Rumspringa.
look to the right out your window and there'll just be like a guy in like a
Yeah,
weird
just a
hat,
straw
like,
hat,
staring.
just fucking watching real sex on your TV with you, dude.
I'd invite
Beating
him in.
his shit in your yard.
That'd be scary as hell, but like,
That's what I'm
It
saying.
would be scary to watch real sex from HBO
Yeah.
in 2025.
That's how
would
you
be
scare people
terrifying.
off, dude.
That's how we learned about sex. in the
Intruders go,
90s.
oh my god, he's watching real sex. Let's get out of here.
And as a
Psycho.
teenager, you see titties come on, you're like, oh, this is masturbating time. But then it's like educational and it's cutting to different videos of like different shows around the world. You're like, I can't beat off to this. What is
You ever
this?
try to beat off the Taxi Cab Confessions? That's even harder.
Yeah. Similar experience.
That's a hard
Similar
one, too.
experience. You
Damn.
get going and then the scene ends and it's like a
There's another
toothless
taxi
lady
cab?
who's like, I was just battered and chased out of a hotel. And you're like, I can't masturbate to a
Right.
lady who was battered and chased out of a hotel.
You'd have to drink, and never have I ever. If someone said I've never jerked off to a taxi cab driver.
To a taxi
What?
cab drive? I thought you said taxi cab confessions.
Confession. Yeah, well, I mean, when they cut scenes and you're mid jerk,
Oh.
you're like,
Oh,
oh, what is it?
mid-jerk.
Oh, God.
oh, like in porn when the guy pulls out and you nut. Yeah.
You're like, oh, what is it?
Oh, wow, dick shot.
This is one I don't pay for.
And dude, Pickle, thank God you're 5'5". If you were like 6'4", you'd be such a piece of shit, dude. You'd be a
You would
problem.
have killed people by
Yeah, dude,
now.
there's no copper on my house, dude. I couldn't even do anything, dude. I'd be scared to
Continue
confront
do bad things.
You'd be
He'd be doing something.
That compound would be your house.
I had to stop doing bad things.
Yeah, dude.
I was so good at it. I got tricked into doing a lot of bad things.
You didn't get tricked, dude. You masterminded it, dude. Stop lying. It's all your idea, dude. That's why God made you short, dude. He said you're done growing, dude. You're gonna be a bully when you get big.
What age did you know, like, this is it?
Probably like 9th grade or something. I don't know, 8th, 9th grade, you know? And then I started bullying this one kid.
Who was shorter than you?
you bullied a fucking wizard.
Yeah, dude, they put a hex on you,
Short
dude.
spell on you.
Yeah, dude.
Is that true?
Who
He was a
do
wizard?
No, he wasn't a wizard. His name was like Alex.
Harry Potter?
He was a wizard. His real name,
He's
real
a
name was
wizard,
Francis. He hated being called Francis, so I called him that. And he got like Angrish.
This
He was
Francis
like-
is his wizard name, dude.
Yeah. He went to
Fuck.
anger management. Then I got into a fight with a different
He didn't go
kid.
to anger management. He went
Got
to a
to this-
special wizard school. That's why he was out
Went to
there.
Hogwarts.
We ended
Sorry,
up in the
straightened
same
him
anger
out.
management class.
Oh,
We did. And we're sitting across from each other, and they're like, "Why are you here?" And he's staring right at me.
Motherfucker.
oh man.
But then they come around to me like, "Why are you here?" I was like, "Oh, I got to a fight in the fucking cafeteria."
Yeah, I can see some kid being like, I went to Hogwarts, and Pickle being like, I gave your mom Hogwarts, dude. Fucking- now he's 5'5", dude, for the rest of his life. That's how it went down, dude.
God was like, that's enough out
That's
of you.
enough. we gotta fucking,
That's enough out of
we
you.
gotta nerf this guy.
Yeah, gotta nip this in the bud.
Yeah. Jesus.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back after these short messages.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Some of those
I knew how to
people you
edit.
robbed, dude. They're fucking-
Pickle the bully. I can't
I
even.
know, dude. What
I had
a
no idea. This is a
Yeah.
terrible
revelation
guy
to me.
this guy is. Dude. Am I
Fucking
right?
asshole, dude.
No,
Holy shit.
they had
Not
it
anymore.
coming. They had it coming.
Yeah, I feel like I'm okay with shitty people robbing other shitty people.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't think they had
Yeah.
it coming though.
they probably did.
I think to this day they don't even know what happened. You know what I mean? I think-
They're still trying to spend that money.
Some guy's like, what
That
happened?
short guy tried to give me monopoly money for weed once.
I got sold fake weed before, like fucking shrubs,
Like
in
oregano?
cellophane rolled up.
Me and
It
my
was in
that's
a
funny.
handoff. Yeah,
That's
My friend did that to my other friend when we were like 13. 'Cause we were smoking weed for a while, and my other friend was like, "Yo, man, I want to try to get high with you guys, man. I'll see what it's all about." And then we were super stoned, and my one friend just put like bushes in a bag and was like, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna fucking sell him this, dude." I was like, "Why?" And bro, I'm 32 years old. My friend still brings this up to me every time I talk to him. Dude, you guys sold me fucking plants, dude. That one time, like, it wasn't me, dude. I was just with him. I didn't stop him, but you know. It's all right.
Like a defining moment in his childhood.
It fucked his whole life up. Like,
It's all downhill from
dude,
there.
you guys sold me poison ivy and I smoked it. He actually smoked. He smoked it and was like, he was like, told his older brother, like, dude, I don't even feel anything. And his older brother looked at it and was like, yeah, dude, this isn't weed. Dude. This is like just leaves from a fucking plant, dude.
Oh yeah, you don't get high your first time.
Yeah, right.
That's what they say.
My cousin smoked catnip one time.
I got high my first time smoking weed, but it was like 3 hours later. I was driving home, and like,
Yeah, it hits you late.
That's our
And I
producer.
was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jamie.
I was
Jamie,
not
pull up the
sure I was,
videos
like,
of this guy
going
robbing people.
No. I was going over the mountain, and all of a sudden, I thought it was going downhill, and I was like, I should be going uphill. And then I got really confused, but somehow I made it.
That's how I felt
I hate
when I
to tell you,
smoked
but they put
PCP.
something in your weed.
I didn't know you like to get wet, Pickle.
It was
No,
on
the first-
accident.
First time
Smoke
you
at home,
really
my
smoke
wife.
weed, it can be a trippy ass experience. I forgot where I lived. But it was like the third time I smoked weed.
That
I was
is
like
trippy.
ripping bongs. Like so I did like 5 bong rips. Third time smoking weed.
When I forget where you live, I just ask your mom.
Jesse, you need to fight this guy.
Don't let him
Needs to
buy-
happen.
guys,
He said he
don't-
has
Join
no
us next
problem
week when these guys
hitting
throw
tiny
down.
people.
He's eye level with our shoulders, guys. Don't let it bother you. It's already been handled, dude. My God, shrunk his ass.
Nerve.
Nerve. That's good. Should we wrap it up, huh? Any
I'm
closing thoughts?
exhausted.
I think we did it.
Was
How-
this successful? Like,
I
This
don't
was
think
good.
so.
oh,
As long as it's recorded. I hope it's still recording.
Dude,
I
it's
don't
gonna get uploaded.
If
Yeah,
it's
he
not
doesn't edit
recording,
anything.
If your
Fucked.
fucking phone died after 5 minutes,
I would.
yeah,
I
that would
swear to
suck.
God.
I don't know.
I would
Let
hope
this
so.
record. I don't
Yeah, I hope not.
You don't think you pushed record, you fucking asshole?
know. I don't know.
dude, if we've been
Check
doing
if
this
it's
pod
recording,
for
Jamie.
you
Check if
this
it's
entire
recording,
time,
Jamie.
How long has this podcast even been? How long have we been out here?
I don't.
It's a time warp.
I have
when
no
you do-
concept.
10,
of time
11.
right now.
We've been out here for at
We've been out here
least
for
40 minutes.
Holy
we got it
shit.
long enough. Holy shit, that's a long ass podcast.
Fucking that's
an
a wrap,
episode
folks.
of the Working Man.
Pickle's a criminal and a bad person.
Yeah,
now you know.
guys.
Unsubscribe to this guy.
Unsubscribe to this shit.
Yeah, dude, never watch
Oh,
this.
yeah, just about 40 minutes. Yeah.
40
Look at
minutes.
that.
It's 39 and some seconds. Yeah.
You can push
Nice.
stop.
Yeah, you
Do you
want
want me to hit stop?
It's because he doesn't like the way this pod's going, dude. He's like, they're all ganging up on me, dude. I was like a bad person.
We can do 3 hours of this shit.
He's gonna be the one who
Get the
doesn't
weed back
upload.
out. Let's go.
You're cut it at 40, or do another 20, or another 5? What do you want to do?
I gotta
I'd say we're
start
good.
Okay,
driving
let's cut
home.
it. All
Yeah, we should
right.
it's
also
over.
start driving home.
Bye,
I mean, I
folks.
feel like I
Bye.
said the least.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Thanks for coming.
Dude, yeah.